Hello, and welcome to this Thursday, August 8th, 2019 episode of Tesla Sidekick. Now, today's episode is about the Model Y. And I go over some quick things about the Model Y that make it unique and why it is Tesla's crossover into $1 trillion territory. First of all, they were able to ramp up production of Model 3, I believe from about 50,000 cars to 500,000 cars. I need to double check. Tesla production year by year. Okay, so the cumulative production by 2000, quarter two 2017 was about 250,000. Anyway, I should have been prepared for this. I wasn't planning on that bit of information. So the point is that they ramped up production of the Model 3, and they literally doubled their fleet size. My bird's making some noise. So they doubled their fleet size. And in doing so, they were able to break through a lot of production barriers. In a very short time period, they increased their fleet, they increased their production, they started manufacturing these cars in tens. The Model 3 taught them so many learning experiences. So the big learning experience that the Model X taught them was that they need to share more parts. And it only shared about 30% of the parts with the Model S. With the Model 3 and the Model Y, they share about 75% of the parts. You're not going to have those fancy falcon wing doors, things like that. So they're going to have a much, much faster production ramp up. Everyone knows this. Currently, everything's being produced, all the cars are being produced in Fremont. Now, they're reaching their capacity. Gigafactory still is growing. And that's Gigafactory 1. Gigafactory 3 is under construction. Once they open that at the end of the year, they'll start making Model 3s. And that's going to enable Model Y production to ramp up much more quickly. They're currently working on going from 70 parts to 1 with the new casting machine for the frame. And originally they over-automated. And with that over-automation, they really learned where the problems are. One of those was the wiring. They went from 3 kilometers of wiring in the Model S to 1.5 in the Model 3, and now we're going down to 100 meters, 1/15 of what the Model 3 has. This is a completely new wiring architecture designed to allow for robots to manufacture these. So we've really got to be also looking at the Model Y as the first fully autonomous production vehicle. That is my guess with what the Model Y is going to really be released as. The Model 3 is not fully autonomous yet. It's close, but it wasn't fully autonomous when it was released. Whereas the Model Y, by the time it's released, there probably will be some regulatory approval, and we're going to see a lot more automation in the car. And no other car in the history has ever been launched like this. So that's something we really need to think about when going into the $1 trillion territory, because it's not so much as an automotive manufacturer as it is a transportation company. And if people don't have to drive them, just think of what that could do. And if even if they do drive them, think of what this is really going to mean for semis. And even if we have a driver, it's still going to mean safer roads. The Model Y is truly Tesla stepping into their power of safety in transcendent levels. I mean, they're not even human in a way, because the car is going to be able to see things that humans just cannot see and do things that humans just cannot do. That's what's incredible with what they learn from the machine learning and take into manufacturing. That's going to make the manufacturing even better and more automated. That's really where the Model 3 downfall was. That's what kept Tesla slowed down, was the over automation. With Model Y, I think they're going to solve these problems. So Elon Musk created a compensation plan for himself that basically says that if they meet a bunch of milestones, some operational milestones, revenue, market cap milestones, if he meets all these, he's going to get a big chunk of money, like $55.8 billion if they hit around 650 million market cap. I think the Model Y is going to do that. Look at Apple and look at Tesla. Apple, Microsoft, all these companies are trillion-dollar companies. Amazon. Look at how rapidly Amazon got to the way it is. Well, you look at Amazon's infrastructure and what they're doing, and that's why they're valued at the price that they're valued. When these cars are fully driving themselves, when Gigafactory 1 is cranking, Gigafactory 2 is cranking for things outside of vehicles, and then Gigafactory 3, 1, 2, and 3 are all going. In 2020, I believe, or by the end of the year, I think they're going to be announcing Gigafactory 4 in Europe. Tesla's expanding, they're growing. Gigafactory 4 is going to be built within a year after announcing and be producing cars. I mean, Model Y, we're going to see the Model Y probably come onto the scene faster than we expect. Um, and even if we don't, when we do see the Model Y come onto the scene, it's going to be really Tesla's kind of nailing the coffin closed on all the other automakers. Not that they're going to be dead, but how can they compete? How can they really compete? Tesla will have a low priced crossover that can drive itself. The pricing won't even be able to match up with electricity versus gas, with autonomy versus no autonomy, with safety versus lack of safety. I mean, it's not that the other cars are not that they lack safety, it's just that they're not as safe. And when it's your family's life, you want the safest. So I can't wait until the Model Y comes out. Personally, I want a Model 3, but I like the Y, and I think about the Y a lot because it's new. I think about the truck probably the most, but the Model Y is probably going to be the one that sells the most. Just because people want the little bit of extra space, and then if they have it, they don't have to worry about it. They like the idea of a crossover. That's why SUVs are so popular. Even people that don't need SUVs have gotten SUVs. So that's really it. That's really it for today. I just wanted to go over these things kind of again in a more structured way, working on getting these podcasts more structured. And I hope you do understand that Tesla is investing in their future. The Model Y is just one more step in that future. And once production starts, I would imagine some amazing things are going to be happening with the company. Because when production starts with that and they really have the dreadnought, where the machine that builds the machine Tesla's Alien Dreadnought Factory takes a step forward with structural. I'm reading a headline from Teslarati with structural cable patent. So exactly what I was just talking about. I feel like no one else is even close to Tesla because they don't have the branding and marketing. No one has the branding and marketing that Tesla does combined with the innovation. They have the inspiration, the innovation, the raving fan experience, resourcefulness, a simple business model. And not only do they hit milestones, but the people that don't even have the cars celebrate the milestones. Now that's a brand. Thank you for another episode of Tesla Sidekick.